So I tried to wait and see maybe I could see student joining, but I'm just going to start with what's it called with this work, so you can check the recordings and so you can check the recordings and you can practice with the question I will send. Just hold on a sec. Yes. So you can check the recordings and like what's it called? So when you check the recordings, you can actually go over what we did and you can do some questions too. Practice to get better. Ratio is very important. Ratio is a very important topic in level two functional skills. So ratio is like you are comparing two or more things. So if you are making, for example, an orange squash now, and you mix one part of orange to four parts of water, so the ratio is 1 to 4. Can you say one part of orange to one to four parts of water? So the ratio is 1 to 4. So this is how they write it. Come in. Let me just shipping one thing. So this is how they write it. You say what? 1 to what? 1 to 4. It's written in what? In semicolon when you are comparing ratios. So if you have 2 liters of orange to what? And you use 8 liters of water, so it's going to be 2 to 8. If you have 10 liters of orange to 40 liters of of water, it's going to be 10 to 40. So you have to use semicolon. You have to use colon to what? To differentiate those numbers to show that you are comparing them. So this is called equivalent. Equivalence ratios now. So just hold on a sec. Let me see. Maybe okay. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sorry.
No, 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 no problem. That's fine. No problem. That's fine. Just hold on a sec. I've started already, but I will just wait for like 1 or 2 minutes and see maybe others can join. So then we, yeah. So I think we are continuing. So what we are going to do is is ratio. This is a very important topic, as I said earlier, in functional scale. So ratio is a way of comparing two or more items together. So for example now, if you are making orange scotch and you want to mix one part of orange to 4 parts of water, so the ratio is going to be 1 to 4. So you use colon to separate them, 1 to what? To 4. So if it's 1 liter of orange to what? To 4 liters of water, it's going to be 1 to 4, like I said earlier. Then if it's 2 liters, if it's 2 liters of orange, you will need what? If it's 2 liters to 8, it's going to be what? 2:8. Then if it's 10 to 40, it's going to be 10:40. So this is actually how they use the ratios to compare two items together. So you can also have, there's this key things to, it's normally 1 mark in functional skill exam. It's called equivalence ratios. They will ask you, they will give you numbers. They will ask you to put those numbers to what? To the simplest form. So for example, now if you look at 10:40, both 10 and ratio 40, they are in what? They are in 10 times tables. Both 10 and 40, both of them are in 10 times tables. So you have to divide them by what? Both sides by 10, sorry. So 10 divided by 10 gives you 1. 40 divided by 10 gives you what? 4. So 10 to 40 is going to be ratio what? Ratio 1 to 4. So what about this one? What about 12 ratio 30? Can you simplify this? 12 ratio 30. So let me just check maybe some other people joined. Okay, we stay alone here. So sorry. Can you do 12 ratio 30? Do you know the answer? Lilia? Do you know the answer for 10 ratio for 12 ratio 30?
Well,
You know, both 12 and 30, they are in 6 times tables. You know that?
yeah,
So you can divide both sides by 6.
6,
So 12 divided by 6 is 2.
2,
30 divided by 6 is what? Is 5.
5.
So can you see that? So it's going to be 2 ratio 5. So you stop at that because 2 and 5, they are not in the same timetable except in one timetable. So you just stop at that. So the answer is 2 ratio 5. So let me see, give you one to try. What about this one now? I'm coming. 18 ratio 24. What's the simplest form for 18 ratio 24?
Mm. 3, 4. 3 to 4.
Yes, it's 3 to 4. Yeah, thank you. It's 3 to 4. Thank you. So look at this question now. So can you do this one? So write the ratio 40:28 in simplest form.
Mm. Mm. No, 10 to 7.
Is that what?
10 to 7. 10 and 7. 10 to 7.
Okay, so both of them, yeah, 10 to 7. Because both of them are in what? They're in so they're in 4 times 7. So it's 4 times 7. Thank you. Thank you for that. So we move on then. So the first part is equivalent fractions. So the second part is also what? Is dividing ratios. Division of what of ratios. So for example now, they can ask you to share particular amounts or item to different ratios. So Dave and Lisa win £500. So between them. So they agree to divide the money in ratio 2 to 3. So the ratio is what? 2 to 3. So that means that if Dave and Lisa share this money, the ratio is 2 to 3. That means that Dave's ratio will be 2 and Lisa's ratio is going to be 3. So it's in order. So it's always in order. So Dave will be 2, Lisa will be 3. So the best way to do is just know that Dave, I'll just put D there, and Lisa ratio what? 2 to what? To 3. So the best thing for you to do is that you will add the ratios together. So 2 plus 3, that's 5. So you now divide the amount by the sum of the ratios. So it's going to be 500 divided by 5. That's going to be 100. So the answer you get, which is 100, you don't want to multiply the two ratios. So Dave is going to be what? 100 times 2, that's going to be 200. Then Lisa is going to be what? 100 times 3, that's going to be 300. So the ratio is what? 200 to what? To 300. Let me just again, maybe there's anyone there. Okay, that one. So can you see that? So this ratio what? 2 to ratio 2 to 3, which is going to be what? 200 to this. Yeah, that's it. So the other means together. So you swap it. So now I want to give you just a question to do. If David and Lisa they share, I'm going to cancel this 500 down. They share £400 and with ratio 1 to 3. With ratio 1 to 3. So which amount do you think David will get and how much do you think Lisa will get? Oh, sorry. I know what came up. Yeah. So check connection. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, can you do it, please?
Yes. Dave 100, Lisa 300.
Yeah. Thank you. So another type of question is this. So for example now, if they tell you that Amelia and Shabana wins a sum of money, which they agree to share in ratio 5 to 3. So they agree to share with what ratio 5 to 3. So that means that Amelia is going to be 5, Shabana is going to be 3. The Amelia receives 150. So the best way to do it is just write Amelia, Shabana, ratio what? 5 to 3. They say Amelia receives 150. So this is 150. So it's now going to be, you now find Amelia receives 150 and the ratio of Amelia is 5. So for you to find out the multiplier, just divide 150 by 5. What is 150 divided by 5? That's going to be 30. So you now use that 30 to multiply this one. That's going to be 90. So that means that if Amelia receives 150, Shabana will receive what? 90. What you have to do is just for you to check the multipliers. Divide how much Amelia receives by the ratio. The answer you get, you use that one to multiply Shabana's ratio. So can you try question 2? Question 2. Done? Yeah. Are you done? So are you ready?
Not yet.
Is that what?
No, not yet. Sorry.
Okay, all right. Ready? Do you know what to do? Do you know what to do?
80 divided by 3.
Is that what?
80 divided by 3 and multiply by 2.
Yeah. 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 So this is what they ask us to do. It says the necklace is made of gold and silver beads in ratio 3:2. This is gold and this is silver. Ratio 3 to what? To 2.
3 to 2.
So if 80 beads are in the necklace, how many are gold, how many are silver? Just add them together. So it's going to be what? 80. You add them together. That's going to be 5 divided by 5. That's going to be 16. Then you multiply them by 16. This is 32. 6 3 is going to be what? 48. That's it. So gold will be 48. Silver will be 32.
I did it wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
38,
So
32.
yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. So just give me 1 sec. Let me take. So we can also use ratios too. We can use ratios when we want to use everyday life. So ratios are used in everyday life and can help you to work problems out. So it is used in everyday life and it can help you to work problems out. So it can also help to what? To work out problems, including scale drawing and reading maps. So scale drawing now, in scale drawing, all dimensions are being reduced in the same proportion. So for example now, in a map, if you want to draw the map of a country, you can realize that the map of that country can be on a piece of paper. So the reason why you can see those maps on a piece of paper is because they have been reduced to a very small proportion. So for example now, if you have this one, say a model boat is made of a scale of 1 to 20. So this scale is applied to any unit. So it could be 1 millimeters or things like that, or measured in what? As a model of 20, it could be 1, if it's in millimeters. What it means is that 1 millimeter represents 20 real millimeters. So of the actual boat. So if it's a centimeter too, it could be what? But the most common one they use in functional scale is centimeter. So if you see 1:20, that means that 1 centimeter on that scale represents 20 centimeter on the real boat, on the actual boat. So look at one now. So a question: if 1:20 is 1:20 model boat is 15 centimeter wide, what is the actual one? So, for example, now when you say 1:20 is this is one. Sorry, just hold on a sec. This one is right. This is hold on a sec. It's not. What is this from 1:20, and the length is 15 on the boat on the map. So what's going to be the actual wide? What's going to be the how wide is the actual boat? So this one is what, times 15. Then you do this one 2 times 15. So 15 times 20 is going to be what? So what is 15 times 20? Then that's going to be the actual length of the boat. 15 times 20. That's 300. That's 300. So the boat is actually 300 centimeter wide. But they just compress it down to what? To 15 centimeter because they use scale drawing. So what they did was that what? They divided it by what? By 15. So can you do this one now? Is that if the boat has a mast of what? Of 4 meters, how high is the mast on the model? When you say 4 meters, is what? 400 centimeter. You know that?
400.
So what? So if it's 400 centimeters, so what is going to be the model? What's going to be the length on the what? On the boat? The actual one is 400. So what's going to be the one on the map? Sorry.
Then 20
No.
centimeters.
Yeah, it's going to be, so for example, now it's 1 to 20. So if the boat has a mast of height this, how high the guy is mast on the model. So you use what's it called? So you use is 1 to 20. And you see it's 1 to 20. And this is what? Yeah, it's going to be 20. I think you are right. 400. Yeah. Times 20. So it's going to be what? Times 20. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Just make sure you convert it first. Some people don't make that mistake. Make sure you convert these 4 meters to centimeters. So yeah, very easy for you. So this for that one again is that map scales can also be written in ratios and how many units of length on land or sea. So look at this bigger example now. This is a bigger example. I said the scale is what? 1 to 50,000. This in fact, this question is like a functional scale. It says 1 to what? To 50,000. Danish measures the distance in his home to a local to the local swimming pool on the map. The distance measured is 3 centimeters on the map. So now ask you that how many centimeter, meters, and kilometer is equivalent to in real life. So if you look at this one now, this one tells you that what? That 1 centimeter represents what? 50,000 centimeters bigger. So 1 centimeter on the map represents 50,000 centimeters. So, and the actual distance is 3 centimeters. So, sorry, it's 3 centimeters on the map. So, what is it going to be on the real life? It's going to be 50,000 times 3. That's going to be what? 150,000 centimeter. So that means that the distance from his house, from his home to the local swimming pool is 150,000 centimeters. Now, the next thing you do, they ask you to write it in meters. Don't forget your conversion. 100 centimeters makes 1 meter. So if you want to convert 150,000 into meters, you just divide it by what? By 100. So when you divide it by 100, so it's going to give you 1500. So guys, it's going to give you what? 1500. Let me just check if somebody is there. No, I think we're still alone here. So it's going to be what? 1500. Then if you want to convert it to kilometers, this is in meters now. You divide it by what? By 1000. What is 1500 divided by 1000? That's going to be 1.5, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be 1.5 kilometers. So that's what they did there. centimeters, so 150,000 centimeters. To convert to this thing, divided by 100, you get what? You get 1,500 meters. Then for you to convert to kilometers, you divide by 1,000. Then you get 1.5 kilometers. So can you do this question?
Yeah. $250,000 centimeters.
So let's you what distance on the map represents. So if you realize this one is what? This one is in kilometers. You can change this one to kilometers too. This 3,000. So if you change 3,000 kilometers, it's gonna be what?
250,000 centimeters.
Yeah. So for example, like I say it's gonna be 1 to what? To 50,000 centimeters.
50,000.
So there you change this one. If you want to say how much does it represent on the map? You can change this one to 50. What if you want to change this one to centimeter, just like the scale? Is you have to change it to meters first. That's going to be 5,000 meters. You know that? Then you now change it to what? To centimeter. That's going to be what? You add and two zeros again. So it's going to be 500,000. So you put 500,000 here. So you now divide 500,000 divided by what? Divided by 50. 500 divided by 50, that's going to be 10. So it's going to be 10 centimeters you're going to draw here. That's it. So you have to just draw the 10
centimeters.
Yeah, you just draw 10 centimeters on this scale. So so this one is now proportional. The final one is proportional. So two qualities are in direct proportion to each other. So when you say something is in direct proportion, that means that as one is increasing, Others is also what? Also increasing. So as one is also decreasing, other will also be decreasing. So it's similar to actually ratios too. Let's just do some questions here before. Look at this one now. It says 12 pencils cost 72p. Find the cost of what? Of 30 pencils. Look at this one now. 12 pencils cost 72p. So you use 12 pencils, cost 72p. So if you want to find the cost of 30, you have to know the cost of one first. So if 12 pencils cost 72p, what's going to be cost of one pencil? That's going to be 72 divided by 12. That's going to be 6. That's going to be 6. So that means that 12, that one pencil costs 6p. So if you now want to know how much do you think 30p, 30 pencils will cost, it's going to be what? 30 times 6p. That gives you what? 180p. 180p. That's going to be what? £1, £1.80. You get it? If you want to find the cost of this, you have to find the cost of one first. It's okay before you use that one to find the cost of the other. Hello? Hello?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, all right. So I just want us to. So can you try this one? Try this one. Are you done? You got the answers now?
380. £3.80.
Okay, let's look at it. So that buys 15 felt 2 pence. So it costs that £2.85. So you have to divide £2.85 divided by 15.
It's 19.
Yes, so £2.85 divided by 15. So then it's going to be 19. It's going to be 19p. I multiply 19p times 20. So times 20. That's going to be £3.8. Is that what you got? Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay. So you now multiply that by 20. There you get that. So that's the cost of what? Of 20 pence. So that's actually what it's going to cost. So you try to do your last week's homework when I sent to you. The one I sent to the group chat. Did you do it?
I haven't done it yet. I will send you all my homework this week. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. I'll just
I've
try and
done
send.
it. I haven't done it yet, but I have to send it. I've done the one from the last week.
All
From
right.
the first week, I didn't. I couldn't understand them, but I was working on it, and I think I understand now this statistics that I will send you
Okay.
either
Okay.
today or tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't sent you the homework yet.
No problem. No problem. That's fine. So I will send this one to just try and be all together. So and you will see
All
the
right.
recordings too uploaded. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. Yeah.
Thank you.